Hi there. Now we're going to do lesson 337. My sinlessness protects me from all harm. Isn't that beautiful? My sinlessness, recognizing what is perfect with us, the way God created us, is what protects us from all harm. The acceptance that we could do no wrong is what protects us from all that we think has gone wrong. Paragraph number 1. My sinlessness ensures me perfect peace, eternal safety, everlasting love, freedom forever from all thoughts of loss, complete deliverance from suffering. I mean, can you comprehend what this is saying? If you believe that you are as good as God created you, if you believe in your wholeness, your goodness, your mind cannot be telling you that there's something wrong with you, that you should accomplish more to become something, somebody, to be okay. When you accept that you can do no wrong because what you are is the expression of that which is all goodness, we are each expressions of the Creator. With that acceptance, your mind cannot beat you up. But you cannot know your wholeness and your goodness if you're believing there's something wrong with you, that there's a hole in you that needs to be filled. Sentence number 2. And only happiness can be my state, for only happiness is given me. If you're in your innocence, you are like a child, which is why we have to become like little children to enter in the kingdom of heaven. You become like a little child when you accept your sinlessness, your holiness, your innocence. What else are you going to experience but joy, but happiness? Because everything that is unlike holiness, that is unlike sinlessness and innocence, is a block to that. Well, that block is a thought that says that I'm not how God created me. You remove all the thoughts that tell you you're not how God created you. All you can be is as God created you, and God gave us a purpose. All of us have a purpose, and that is to be happy. So of course happiness is a given. Sentence number 3. What must I do to know all this is mine? I must accept atonement for myself and nothing more. What is atonement? We have to accept that we are one with God. We have to know, number 1, God is love. God created us in its image, so we must be loving. God is whole and complete. God is eternal. We must be whole and complete. We must be eternal. So how do you experience the peace that passes all understanding? How do you stop all harm, feelings of all harm? Well, you got to accept yourself as the essence of what God is, because we are made in the image of that which is goodness itself, love itself, wholeness itself. We have to become one with that. Sentence number 4, let me read this again. I must accept atonement for myself and nothing more. We don't need to do a single thing, not one more thing, but to choose. We have to make the choice. Free will states we have to choose to accept what God already gave us, because that is what we are doing when we no longer think, who did I make myself to be? Because who I think I am is what blocks me from knowing how God made me, how God created me. Sentence number 5. God has already done all things that need be done. We don't need to do a single thing except to stop blocking what has already been given us. In essence, we have to start accepting the truth. Accepting the atonement is accepting ourselves as God created us. And I must learn I need do nothing by myself. For I need but accept myself, capital S self, my sinlessness, created for me, now already mine, to feel God's love protecting me from harm, to understand my Father loves his Son, to know I am the Son my Father loves. So let's this is a long sentence, so let's break it down. I must learn I need do nothing. We don't need to do a single thing. But I need to accept what has already been done. I need to accept what God already gave me. I need to be in a state of allowance that lets me receive all that is already in me. I've got to cultivate a relationship with my wholeness, with my holiness, with my sinlessness, with my divine self. So once we see our ego and the way the ego operates, and we say no more to that, we then have to cultivate a relationship with our holiness. This is a whole different aspect to the journey. Part of it, Lessons 1 through 220 are about seeing what we're not. And there's a lot in there that speaks to what we are. Lesson 221 forward in the Course in Miracles in the workbook is about accepting the truth of who we are. That's a whole different relationship. And you cannot cultivate the goodness that is within you while you still believe that there's something wrong with you. So we have to do the work of healing what is wrong with us, coming to the place that we accept that there's goodness, and then cultivate a relationship with our goodness. Accepting our sinlessness, choosing to see it in everybody else, moving to the place that we recognize. If we forgive ourselves, we forgive others, all of our minds are going to be joining because we're going to be joining in what is true for every single one of us. So all that we need to do is accept that our sinlessness was given to us by the Creator because we were created in its image. It's already ours. And then let ourselves receive the love that God has for us. That's all we need to do. We need to understand that our Father loves us. And when we know that our Father loves us, it loves everybody else. So we begin to love our neighbors as ourselves because we have come to know what the love of God really is all about. Here's the prayer, paragraph 2. You, speaking to God, you who created me in sinlessness are not mistaken about what I am. I was mistaken when I thought I sinned, but I accept atonement for myself. Father, my dream is ended now. Amen. Father, I am choosing to end the separation. Father, I am choosing to stop believing I am something other than the perfect being that you created me as. This is really powerful. Accepting our sinlessness means we never did anything wrong. So we are in essence forgiving ourselves for believing things that are not true, that we've been indoctrinated into believing. Everybody's believed them. But just because everybody believes them, it doesn't make it true in the eyes of God. It just makes it a truth based on an agreement about something that wasn't true. It doesn't alter what God created. It just created an illusion that we were what we're not. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.